Right, so Wonder Boy. What's the story? Any abakwaseme Wonder Boy. Dientina ofa ASID ne de to album no so.
The American can say in Shana, like any name I'm a femuno. Like sometimes I'm to her, make me tell here because Nyamea don't be like like I feel like no, I need to share it with like the world. What am I saying? That's why I said say, watching from 12, 13, 14, 15 years, 16 years like youth or mobile they look at me with a certain picture. Say like they see me like a star, right? But I really want to but I'm preaching like the being called mumu. No munya like that motivation. Say it hasn't been easy. But nyame ama ebi a Shatta Wale and bandana abedane Shatta Wale and now muhu say. So it's an album to motivate, it's an album to inspire. Say, bibia oye bia no, you just need to be focused, but first of all, like and the most of all, you need to just like akwan or life from na. So yeah, treat me the kagaba meka so that's the whole idea about the Wonder Boy album. Because me say Nyama Mafemono, sometimes like I feel it's God's will. Say Mafemo, we are humans, yeah, mistakes, but like struggles, bloggers, certain things on radio. I feel like no, God wanted me to go through this. Mr. George Quinn, I beg you, and your my trust taxi drivers I get before. So yeah, and we've had a whole lot of issues, but anytime he calls me, he sees something, he wants to support. I mean, album way launch where he say he was supporting with certain things underground. What am I say? I'll be ending, but people might feel say, "Yeah, many chatters what problem into you or problem now." But I've learned a whole lot about life. Say life is not always going to be smooth, and that is why I brought out an album like that. Say, "Oh, life more." Don't feel say, okay, you want to have everything smooth. At least once in a while, but don't see it as an obstacle and I'll be able to stop you from where you want to go to. And I think I really have to share this with the world. That's why I created the album like that.
Okay. I mean, who didn't come to see okay, be about your investment. Obviously, me sure said Sikado do awunya ni fi eye enyum to mu meboa.
But why?
Who enyum to business in Ghana saying send a timao.
Well, me want to say, yeah, musicians, baby, you fire craft no serious. What am I say? And this thing, like I say it every time on radio, say, the way I mean, major man, me want to say business. What am I saying? And I'm really trying to urge other artists to understand it from that point of view. But let's take, for example, say, your Ghana say, and that is what. I know Nigerians say yes this year. What am I say? Ocean Nigerian artists to say my friends are guy and say the guy one how mad over you that guy how do you call it? Runtown. Obo Ningum no Oshia Obia almost all the Nigerian artists stole that line because some believe he say no we be a door beer yen I bet me out a juma also. But Oshe Yen Ghana Obia person creating a trend. And when you go to iTunes like top 20 songs, you see Nigerian artists. Why? Because all of them are on a certain tempo at DJs, no pay. And that's why the DJs play their songs so much in Ghana. And we don't have to blame Ghanaian DJs for playing their songs. But Australian industry now, me release BBC Melissa, piece person called release BB non say on so music. But the thing has gotten to a point where we need to take it as business. You might have the talent, but when you don't have the business mind to push this thing, you won't get to where you want to get to. And some of the artists too, because they are close to like industry players more, no, and they feel say, oh no, so yeah, they can promote it in a way. Yes, we'll promote it, but it won't get to the world. Nigerians are creating a space whereby Nigerians create a space whereby 20
more like torture.
But your listeners, they're more studio and you don't know somebody no. Nigerians are creating a platform now. So bomb nyuma, it's on bobe 50. I'm creative fapem. Hey, Chia make hand next time say make three dictionary. I'm creative fapem no. Eddie Pim, yeah. You know, and the whole thing is looking like and see, you man, but I say Ghanaian musicians are always trying to be like champions in their own world, and that is, and then they're higher, no. But
I mean, besides, Sammy, okay, and if you 2 hours, they 2 J. A idea one kasa, oh yeah. Oh, my main site example to say, be a Unia Samini, Stone Boy, Sarkodie, Abo Trendy, Wabo Yumbi, or say, be a Ghana for Ajatu. Would you say, who are a young Casano? Oh, meaning we are me fire. Actually, Sarkodie and a ball between and Fisa Ghana for me fire, me as Shatta Wale and me so medical account.
A very good question, I will be saying, because you see, I check, me say, me, you know, when I want to follow a Jamaican artist, because I love dancehall, I follow the ones that hit the market. This all BT said Beanie Man, Shaggy, Buju Banton. Edi I'm friend, you know, only Edino. Let me tell you how, like, my main control, the way I went low to even study some things in Ghana. Obiti said Patapa. Obo one corner and I'm ish. No, I need to quickly jump on something like that. And I did Freedom. Freedom is circulating worldwide. It's about freedom, the way Uncle me say, oh, because Patapa's song went worldwide.
And the inspiration if you
Patapa.
Okay.
My main country will be so. You see Melissa. I studied Kwame Ujemo and I made a Melissa. Because me Felicia no, these 19-year-old boys can't come and beat this 22-year-old boy. You know? You know, so that's why I do. But so say Samini those days I was very stubborn because Obi catch him, not Nkofo catch him, Charlie, but not raga not do so me. But later I saw and I was like, you are a fool. You have to follow Samini, you are a fool. But that time, no, not a pound. So I was like, no, so how can I play with this thing very well? And now that is what I do. Me tie trend no, na ma follow trend no, because I feel that is the business. Ngofon say me what talent, ngofon say me head down so, ngofon say me one blah 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 blah. I feel say I've seen the light and where it should go. What's my say? Say Stone Boy Bobby B. Let me feel say oh no, and you know about no. It's trending and it's like a trendy power, which is not about hype but a trendier. I'll just jump on it and move with it because I feel say no, that is how the thing should go like. And I've been doing that and the artists are not realizing why Shatta keeps like knocking and playing hits like now and then because I'm feeling say more talent but it's not the talent. Obi what talent cheme. But it's the businessman I made out to and you know say me pese me ngeska at least say me the age be at least me to me yeska we music but me the business say and it's nice. But if I'm watching some of my colleagues doing certain kind of song, I go like, hey, are you not hungry? Me, I'm hungry. You understand me? Like, me, I'm shimmy. You understand me? So that's why I'm saying that if we cannot understand, because Patapa came out, imagine I play Freedom. Imagine Sarkodie played another song like that. Imagine Stoneboy played another song like that. We could have made the world hear of us quickly. But one person, onunko to me pushi Ghana and Koho. But Nigerians, you find them like, oh, they Google, iTunes, maybe Namibia. You see Davido, Wizkid, this Uber more. Because DJs are following their sequence. And it's so sad, say, we are not getting that. So that's what I'm saying. To move forward in this industry, you know, we need to stop like the trend, you know, like me person creating me, I'm a trend. And let's just understand the business and just move on with it. And we can all be happy and be playing the O2 shows at Wizkid, Moboa. The place is getting filled up. It's not magic. It's just that they understand themselves, they push themselves, and so they are there.
Just in case you just join us, if you know about kind of Sabri, I guess my be do Siana Nomi and Sabo. Yane Nyumtini Shatta Wale Nedin Komo El Studio Muhanum say now. I'm sure you've heard some of the new ones are or the Ababonting. Bako Hanum singer. Yeah, Babe Boamao. Earlier we played Jatabi, yeah, boy, yeah, bad man, yeah, boy. I think that now we're going to by all means, then California. I don't know why he's playing a song about California. So, and come on here, and some no dove super ne ye baby bisa ya Shatta Wale studio panel members and so me sure so more about you know on baby bisa ya Shatta. So, let's enjoy this one here from Shatta. Na Yamra ni Antoaso.
You know I love your type, baby. Why for me, baby? Entertainment review. Ghana for my man fans, yaman fans.
Akasima be Dumio na no me sabo. So yan to anko so we're still here with Shatta still here. Shatta.
Daddy.
So many times waka ewo me a say Ghana ni I want to na well minim about say you're the richest. I mean anyom to free kan iskadia obi. And sometimes because I see can be say I say who boom yanum abonfia I see so ko omo de omo nim so who sikasa I ban anyum to for na
de me be fa mo de who it's say I've been in the industry for long, so like by God's grace, so yeah, me de be hi kakani there. But you know, it's that's what I'm saying. It's business. You know, if they will understand it like that, like Ubia Subetimi Kasasa.
Okay.
But sometimes you ask Ghanaian artists who is Kasa and who Sika. No, me I don't disclose my Owa because Usha Jay-Z, Kanye West, Tofi, I don't want travel to internet, so normal. What must I say? But it's not that you are bragging to anybody, but it's also like a motivation. Like Usha Mayweather say, Nkofu be bashing on any, but he's a boxer. No, Antonio Mpo, but Niamo, you know. Like a musician, what am I say? So I believe is that little motivation to push somebody to say, and I can't channel say, Charlie, met me I the Shatta, you know, more than maybe the way I Shatta, and but I guess me brag at chunk of one baby. It's just a motivational speech. Sometimes I do.
Now, a idea because if I bought to a beer with Japadi beer, Sika, or bet me actually okay. Well, I'm worth this much, and I be busy. I'll bet me.
Oh, Mrs. I'm worth like over $10 million. Over and Miss Maka was like I'm very
and no your papa nya dia uja we
like so because they are going
come and view.
No, because you know, like I'll be able to try for myself to acquire like 3 houses in this Silicon. It's not easy. What's my say? And I'm making sometimes it's me how my papa no call yeah. Your friend saying clean up the hair was recently guys or be come pool or other house and don't mean coffee or on the food on who say shut and bow until walk off what's up position but I'm suspecting say Kwaw you go be I beg you you know so basically like that is how like if you know like you know I'm also you know doing businesses thing for like on the low you know like some companies I mean you know I've made a miscal tour at least I'm seeing something small so it's not like sometimes mechanical but I just want to encourage and motivate people you know.
So, saying I see canon, would you say, let's say 20 years to come? I mean, touch wood. Say, yeah, to me now, sorry, name it is okay. Well, Shatta Wale catcher said, well, nyom to business no, I'm wami, me Jessica, and Tigana for be a mumwami, Munjiska, and Mumwami.
And that American side, not a judgment there, because Boanya remember Boomino. Example, like you know, but God has been so good to me. I mean, I don't be like Semitoa. I really don't understand what I say because Semi Bompire channel quickly he works on it for me. You know, when I tell him I want a particular song, you know, to trend, you know, to make the song a hit, he does it for me. When I tell him I want a particular thing like this year, he does it for me. You know, like he doesn't disappoint me. You know, like I have a whole lot of things that I've told God that why am I? And see, so I say, nobody will ever wake up to even hear that story. Maybe the only story I'm going to say, winning lottery. $25 billion. But to say I didn't use my music money well, I didn't manage myself well, that is like out of the race because me I'm more like I like saving very much and I don't really spend me club, you know, and I'm not a fan of like maybe I'm a person in bar or hat now me a business. I really want to do things that excuse me to say, like your politicians know you. I mean, it's not excuse me to say, you know, businesses that are worth, you know, being a billionaire, and that is where my mind is. So I know they're very hard kakra. Ebia Ubi better be my be na oh Shatta there for the wabo akokra on to me to you and normal obi abebo akokra. What's my say ebia I mean to me to you no there normal, but to disappoint God on that level say ebia niama why am me no I've disappointed him by, you know, using my music money for drugs, you know, going here or spending it on certain things. That is not how I want to encourage the youth of Ghana.
Your personal relationship with maybe Afan Emba has come into and also about news
about this no so.
No, never me desk, but I am sure sir. I think sir Uji Nipa Bakwa Obaba Kwebia Wabrabo Ababa news pa Shatamichi.
Yeah.
Sisi amuntem to say.
Oh, yes, try to solve a problem, you know, because I believe she's understanding what I'm trying to. Because sometimes I'm call radio, she doesn't give me the chance to talk to her, you know. So since I'm call radio, I like to send certain messages across. Now, for man who say, you know, life is not about giddy, what am I say, but it's about understanding. You know, bet me out might be for years, then you guys break up, but since we have, you know, kids inside, you know, yeah, we should just try and, you know, be nice to each other, because it's not by our might or by strength, you know. So or responding, because my birthday it's been like 11 months now. Not my Home Majesty, but my birthday or the Majesty now I'll be saying in front of Bremy, and I was so happy about it. And I called her to thank her very much. Say, this is how I want us to be. You know, I also want to support her, because also I bought me on my life more. So on yes, she cry. She's giving me a sweet baby boy. You know, I always cherish. So basically, it's just understanding that I want from her. You know, I know a whole lot of people are telling her Nyama, but so I mean now we can work this now, because my ex-girl, I mean, in a jaya from my hustle days, banana days. I remember yes, my two cars, mano. My rent, mano. What's my say? You know, she's okay. You know, so it's one of those things.
Oh yes, sir. Generous people will be.
Oh, me a very romantic, but I believe it.
So, ex-girlfriend. What a car, my two cars, my ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah, for real. Wow. Chris Conner knows, like on him saying in Tournament. My boys think him, like, you know, they know I'm not lying about it. You know?
No, I see. Yeah. I see. And 11 months, so I could no share there.
So say 11 months, you know, like she wasn't giving me the chance to meet them.
Why?
I felt if hurt and your first I didn't say a yow one more and all the yes I know, but or didn't know by no Kasai say I think it's about time I don't allow me. I mean more musica at least me share the school fees. It's my responsibility, you know. I don't want her to tell people like as if I don't want to do it, because I am ever ready to do it for the kid. At least every weekend on in our back, a piato toys, you know, I feel for that. So she should just give me that chance to do that. But I'm saying, also want to move more. I don't know. They're making too much, you know, but I don't really want to explain or go into it so deep. But you know, like I say, I want to make team no more kasa no more, but I've learned something from her relationship. And now, I never hit her. What's my say? But things went out. Say me buno but I accepted it like that, because they are women. You know, sometimes you don't have to even try and explain. You know, because like experience in Kofoso experience about women. So yeah, basically, it's just I need that attention from her. Now my intimation.
Okay, and maybe some questions kakra about again. We don't know because when Shatamichi relationship Sam Sikano, there are a whole lot of news about it. So maybe few questions be on my maybe sir. When any worry.
You know when she got pregnant, you're knocking. And she knocking like Busha for buy and I'm a Busha for buy. So we actually like, you know, had a nice sitting Nama. So we're actually getting ready to go to the altar and get wedding in Nama. You know, that's why on stage or my rain album no last year no. I actually gave her a promise ring to let her know say, you know, I was ready to, you know, marry her now, but it's so unfortunate, you know.
And tinya dia betimi akache ebia Ghana for muti say no your wife. Unti nya dia betimi di sa di na to no so say
oh no, my wife. Legally, like no, my wife. But you know, we've stayed for like 6 years. You know, she knows me, I know her, and you know, we've been through, you know, the hustle and tussle. You know.
Okay, beautiful. And you feel him say, "Sisi, baby."
Baby, me that, but you know, me a corporate guy. More like nice girls around. You know, sometimes a bit more for swimming, a bit more for springing. You know. You know, so
you're a practitioner.
Yeah, I'm a practitioner. Like I do like since I person be a cause be, you know, marriage parties, you know, before I be worried.
But your last warning. The next time baby you are no be ano. The next time baby you are no do me call rounder for panel members on casa. Yeah,
you know, I have like a mom like just because you know me, I'm the jovial type. You know, when I'm with women, I just want them to laugh and feel good. You know, being come attire as any so I don't know like and type, but like say banoswa, I put it there like a chef.
I see. So I actually watched One Paul Adumotre interview. I just said, "Who my baby and some more tiasie or my jiatuma on your moneda."
No dear one more. And then intro, Yamina on your mommy.
Okay.
I was me always me honest and some honest back home.
Okay.
I was like very clean. Oh my God, sensitive nice. I won't say. I don't know these are. You know, and you know a couple of like two. Yeah, you know, I just think they are good. You know, and they understand me. You know, it's just I know when America cry so. It be so London. Omotimase so say. So omo be a nipa no be catch us over me nipa no pom nyama they come explain to me and I tell them yes scanning nipa no me scanner so I can scan you a man for my girls and say no, let's be careful, then let's do it, you know. So and I'm myself like, you know, so it's just like a man's world, like King Solomon, like omotimase so bar, you know, when they anything they want I give them apart from money, you know, but I give them like the things, like the normal things, the gifted things that God has given us, and they like it's like, you know, cook contemporary, give them for food, you know.
Me myself question way so music industry I know say your more union and a body be me fancy more like a union, Musicians Union of Ghana. Who you member?
I'm a member.
Okay. Musica.
Yeah.
And would you say who domino when you faso so wow and unsheda who faso be also send it to me.
Oh, say the structures no and boy bit to say me and most of my colleagues, but you know it's just that, you know, the system is stressful because, like, yeah, we all know, say, like, government is supportive, but we are not seeing the support well. What must say, it's not affecting us, you know. So, from days, you know, no, we just need to work things out ourselves, you know. But I believe music guys also doing their best that they can, and that is what they are doing. And you know, we just want to be in our lane and also try our best until we get, you know, to a level where we can all work together. But they've tried, but they're heading.
Okay, about I buy more. When your opportunity I wish share Omanpenyin Eda Nana Akufo-Addo co-presidency you share no. They come on in the
and you know we spoke about tourism, you know, because I was like the way I met Tukwa, you know, we advertise or we speak about Ghana more to other people, you know, other tribes, other races that we see, and he was so like happy about it. Some occasion say like so be family Stoneboy ambassador for like for tourism side now. You know, we can create something and you know put something up and make, you know, investors crime and like but I think working on it, you know, didn't really come up like that, you know, and I felt bad even about that. That's why I said good evening Ghana. No, I was really talking about, you know, the way our system now, yeah, because it's like when we say certain things, it's not being taken serious because the artistic for no ama even penny for no say we more man boys. And it's all Kasakwa. They see like you don't have anything to say when it comes to governance. But governance comes with a certain type of leadership. And leadership just doesn't come with ABR, only brofo and now skuda. But how you can talk into people for them to follow you and even vote for you. Like Shatta Wale say, Mr. Mekache fans say, Ochana Payen Shower Independence Square, Benum Coco, Ubon Basses. Oh, then me Coco. And I shut up and they're not because it's leadership. They believe in the things that I've told them and they are watching me from a distance. And and I've defended my thing from day one up to now. So I believe that sometimes they should take us serious. Say I can't maybe when I meet the president, I tell him that please let us take care of tourism because a minister of tourism taking care of ministries. No, we can also help him to build the country. But so much honor and they don't take that statement serious. It makes me feel like, why? What's up? Don't you know armed robbers are in town? Don't you know pickpockets are in town? They're also ready to fight for whatever they want. And we musicians will move our way and play our cards. But the system that you are not trying to create to be very suitable for everyone, no? In the near future, because in future when people rise up and they are doing things like that, you might think say at the end but when you're a streets guy be back home by office but catch yourself, give us this chance so we can create a platform so at least the street will also get their share of the governance but we didn't take it serious. So I believe that's the thing I'll tell him and Makachi know that and they've not taken that into consideration.
I mean, what can be about the youth will rise up in their kaka home. Again, with your interview with Paul what can be about say the youth will just rise up. And you have a huge following of youth. Sometimes when you look at them, maybe I'll share or bre any attitude what goes into your mind?
I actually sometimes have to drive and go to some places like Jamestown, meet people like around Shukura, go to places like the Zongos, just to meet boys. Get me beside this captain. Get me and meet boys are even now I have text on my phones that boys person Ghana, but I tell them that like time no beba ama politicians that attention, but people are pissed like in Kofu and those are my fans, and you're my fans, but Stone Boy fans, Sarkodie fans. These are the people who can walk to the Independence Square and give us fans. Say catch them say it's a mobile phone. They won't come and steal mobile phones. These are people who are loyal to us. But if the government is not listening to us, Kasa say, no, watch out, because the world is also changing. Now the phones are working, like technology. Kaya yo kita phone, obia kita. And see, imagine so be creative Facebook page. Now a virus be, now a yebi be, now a call be our phone. So what will happen in the system won't be good for us. So it's better they listen to us. Obiti said, me that cause my fans be brave, hustlers like Kokumba, places like sometimes even if I go to Kumasi, I have to drive around. Namako, Abia corners, be more Namako Shia boys, and I near more kind of like